Okay, I'm doing this, but I'm not looking at the camera. We're driving safe, people. Okay, so I just wanted to share an experience that I had today. I went to lunch with a financial planner, and it was really interesting. Just talking about money, right? We're just talking about money. Oh, you need to be, responsible this. You could build your nest egg to this much, and you can do so much good with money and everything else. And it was very much focused around the perspective that we have in America. And I told him, I said, look, when I sold my company, I kept driving my 2003 Honda Accord for like 2 years. And we didn't even buy a new sectional until like 6 months later. Okay, we didn't buy a new sectional. That was like our gift. I spent $1,800 on a sectional couch for my wife. So it's really interesting, just from a consumerism, materialistic standpoint. In America, we spend money and we really value money. And I was having a hard time getting on the same page with this financial planner. And it was really interesting. He had good points, but the thought came to me. We celebrate how much people make in America. That's pretty much, that's a very strong part of what's a good way to say that? That's a bad way to say it. When you compare yourself to others, it's usually what kind of job do they have? What have they done professionally? And how much money do they make? What kind of things do they have? And I thought, and I told him this, I said, how often, so we're talking about money, and great, I love your perspectives, this is awesome, but how often are dudes getting together and talking about, because we're talking about planning our financial futures. I said, how often are people getting together and talking about how strong is the relationship with your son? How strong is the relationship with your family? Not how much did you make last year, how much time were you able to spend with your family next year? And I just think it's really interesting that those conversations do not happen. I can tell you, I've never been to one of those lunches that where that's what we talk about. But I've been to a million professional lunches that all have to do with making money and progressing, your business, your different projects. That's just what it is. And I thought it was interesting. So when we say, oh, we love our family, we love our kids, we want to spend time with them, how often are we actually voting with our time, like our resource of time? How often are we allocating our resources, time being the main one, to those causes that we would think that we care about, or that we care about? And I would say that there's a huge deficit. I know there is for me. That's why dang Tesla, you are going slow. Teslas go so fast though. He's like going 65. And the speed limit's 70. Okay, so we just focus too much on all of these other things, and we don't put the resources towards those things that we say that we care about. So I'm headed to go learn to do a backflip at the gym. It's my second week of training over like 2 months, but this is the second thing that I'm training for. It'll be awesome. So we'll see how that goes. I'm taking my daughter along. She's in the back seat listening to me while I'm ignoring her, trying to progress my professional career. Anyway, so interesting stuff. Life coach, personal finances. I'm gonna intentionally start doing more family lunches instead of business lunches. So think about that. I'd love to hear what your guys' thoughts are, if that makes you think any differently. There you go. Thank you for being here. We'll see you later. Okay, so I did my backflip, and I will include it on this end since you watched the other video. And man, I'm pretty happy. My daughter and I went and bought popsicles to celebrate. It was amazing. Enjoy my little backflip progression with my own little iMovie on iPhone. None of this stuff went to the editors, so enjoy.